To begin the story of my primary source and to understand the context of it, we must travel from St. Louis to Weimar, Germany. More specifically, our destination is the Buchenwald Memorial that once was the Buchenwald concentration camp. Buchenwald was established in July of 1937 and was one of the first and largest concentration camps of its time. Most of the prisoners were from Kristallnacht, when Jewish men between the ages of 16 and 60 were arrested and incarcerated after being attacked by Nazis. 10,000 Jewish people were sent over to the camps by train in the aftermath of the infamous Night of Broken Glass, 255 of them dying upon their arrival to Buchenwald because of their abuse. Prisoners were only allowed in the northern part of the camp, whereas Nazi guards and administration were located in the southern portion. The bunker, or detention center, was located at the entrance. Electric barbed wire fence, watchtowers, and guards with machine guns surrounded the outer borders of the camp. Ultimately, its prisoners were made up of Jews, Jehovah's Witnesses, gypsies, and military deserters. The camp was also known as containing work-shy individuals, because they could not be fully employed. Although, after the outbreak of World War II, Buchenwald prisoners mostly operated as slave workers in long 12-hour shifts. Later in the camp's history, they were more known for their incarcerated prisoners of war from all different nations, resistance fighters, as well as foreign forced laborers. The number of inmates at Buchenwald varied immensely throughout World War II. After Kristallnacht, there were 18,000 prisoners. On the eve of the war, there were 11,000. And by the end of 1944, there were 63,000. Finally, after Buchenwald became a destination for inmates removed from Auschwitz for bad behavior in February of 1945, there were 86,000 prisoners. In Buchenwald's history, there were almost 240,000 prisoners from all different locations that walked through those front gates. Since there were not gas chambers at Buchenwald, most men and women died from disease, malnutrition, exhaustion, beatings, and executions by the camp officials. More than 10,000 of the prisoners were sent to extermination camps, while 43,000 died within Buchenwald's territory. This unfortunate reality brings us to our primary source, a photograph titled "Stolen Gold" from May 5, 1945. The context of this photo begins with World War II ending. On May 8, 1945, Germany finally surrendered to Allies after 6 years of war. This event occurred a week after Adolf Hitler committed suicide. During the surrender, American troops freed prisoners of German concentration camps, one of which, Buchenwald, had a cave connecting two areas of the large camp. In the cave, American soldiers found crates filled with their prisoners' personal belongings that were taken upon arrival. Among the watches, precious stones, eyeglasses, and gold fillings, there was a crate filled with wedding rings. An American soldier took this picture of the huge number of rings taken from the camp's prisoners. While there are many graphic images of the Holocaust that could have been chosen for this assignment, I think that this one speaks volumes without showing how terribly violent the entire period was. While not seeing graphic images of the conditions Jewish citizens and others had to endure, it gives the audience an idea of how many people were affected by the Holocaust, reflecting themes from this course like totalitarianism from Hitler's regime and genocide from the 6 million that died in the Holocaust. I believe that the intended audience is everyone, especially those learning about the Holocaust. Since it's important for people to learn about history, and the Holocaust is an incredibly significant period for all countries involved, then this primary source is meant to be seen by all audiences. To me, this image shows that the innocent citizens in the concentration camps were robbed of more than just their lives in the Holocaust. To show something as intimate as a wedding ring being taken from them, it represents that German Nazis stripped them of their pride, their homeland, their relationships, and told them that their existence was an affront to them. Ultimately, my primary source emphasizes the massive effect that the Holocaust had on countries all over the world and all the historical context that set the stage for this photograph. While giving a personal look into such a far-reaching tragedy, primary sources like this one give audiences today the ability to understand the huge effects that World War II had and still has on society today.